Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. Let's get right into this video. I'm going to be talking about my experience with being a bridesmaid, a maid of honor, chief bridesmaid, whatever you call it, in your country, state, town, etc. My experience was a teeter-totter up and down roller coaster one. I can honestly say that I did my best in regards to making sure that the bride to be was happy with everything that we did for her. When a bride is, as she's a bride to be, I know that there's a lot of excitement going on, and I'm here to tell you that all the excitement that you see from outside sources may not always be what you think that it is. I am the first person to tell you that that was the situation with me. Okay, so here is the story time. Bear with me. When with the bride to be at the time, I knew that growing up she didn't have a lot of events and stuff like that for her growing up. So I said to myself, when it's time for her to be it's time for her to get married, we're going to go all out for her and give her everything that she can possibly have, because by the grace of God, this is a one-time thing, so let's just go all out. Like, why not go all out for her? She agreed, and so did the other bridesmaids. So did they agree? Okay, cool. So that's what we're going to do. I sat down as the maid of honor. I sat down and I said, okay, like, what are things that are gonna like pop? What are things that's gonna be a wow? What are things that's gonna make it worthwhile as her being the bride to be? I'm gonna say like this: a really short history of her. When I tell you, she's never had a birthday party, graduation, a sweet 16, Christmas gifts. Brady had birthday gifts, you name it. She did not have that. So I wanted to pay it forward by making sure that everything she could possibly get, she would get it. So the wedding took place in December, middle of December, the 15th of December. And I said, okay, well, what we can do is, based upon how many events we have, we can have one event per month. I brought it to the bridesmaids, and I believe it was 7 of us in total, and they agreed that that was fine, that that's something that they can do. Mind you, whenever we're talking about going out, of course, going out costs money. Nothing's free. Nothing in life is free. I know the best things in life are free, but generally speaking, nothing in life is free. So here we go. So these are the things that I've done that I knew would definitely make the bride a happier person. So because like I said, the wedding was in December. So starting from June until practically, yeah, so starting from June up until the wedding date, every month we did something. Granted, you guys don't have to do this, but for this particular bride, this is what I planned out for her. When I brought the entire listing to the other bridesmaids, they said, okay, cool, that sounds good. A few said, okay, well, this is too much, it's a lot of money, blase blase. We told them, okay, well, based upon whatever you can afford, whatever you cannot afford, just come to whatever you can. They said, okay. The first event happened in the month of June. We had a hen party for her. So basically, a hen party is when it's like basically like the final brunch or the final breakfast before she becomes a bride. Like that old saying, oh yeah, well, mother hen. It's like I want to say more of like a overseas, like the more Britain, United Kingdom kind of thing. That's something more that they do. They even have them where they're even considered bachelorette, and they do it like a 2-in-1 kind of thing. They do that as well. So I said, okay, well, fine. What we'll do is we're gonna have a hen party for her. It was gonna be super small, 8 people, like intimate setting. We were all pink, and we all just honor our bride to be. That went okay, and from that event on, I knew that in the Bible it talks about how they praise me with their lips, but the heart they praise me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. And from then on, speaking of that verse, that's when I knew that these girls aren't just doing it for the hype. I don't know if they're doing it for the pictures, for social media praise, or what, I don't know. But that's when I had to realize that they're not here for her, and that they just wanted to be part of the excitement. Um, Mind you, hen party, like so we had it at a restaurant called Little Hen, in Miami, Florida. And like I said, it wasn't too far from everybody. It was an okay distance, because still, as I'm giving everybody the details on what's going on, I'm giving them months notice. I want to say in February, mind you, we had the hen party in June, and all of a sudden people didn't have any money and such and such. Granted, it was a small event, so it wasn't like hair pulling, or like like really stressful, because like I said, it was only 8 people can attend at that event anyway. The maximum parties for this particular restaurant is only 8 people anyway, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Like I said, so the event was okay. Of course there's hiccups here and there. For example, mind you, it's the last breakfast or the last brunch before she becomes a bride. So basically, you take the ladies from the groom's family, if he has any, and they're the ones that she sits with, because it's like they're welcoming her to the family. So yes, this is the groom's mother, the groom's sisters, the groom's aunts, the groom's grandmothers, every female, at least 7 females of the groom's family. That's basically what that is. But like I said, it doesn't have to be that in particular, because for us, because we didn't have that, and a lot of them are in another state or out of state. We just had like the bridesmaids fill in. It was like I said, it's you make it your own, and that's what we did. So that was that. Next, and for the month of July, we had a bridal shower for her. That's something that's more common that you guys would hear about, the bridal shower. Beautiful event. More pressure than I thought, but it was a beautiful event. It was like a tea party theme. It was so beautiful. Like I don't think I've ever, besides her wedding day, seen her look so beautiful before. Like she looked like a doll basically. And still I know that the maximum people was like 16 guests. And when I tell you we were struggling to get, I want to say maybe 8 or 10 people out, it was just like everything was, they didn't have the money, the cost of this, the cost of that, wires, everything last minute. Mind you, communication is a heck of a thing, especially if you are a bride and also a maid of honor. Communication is a heck of a thing, because people have bills, people have other things, people have other things going on, and you have to be considerate and mindful of that. We understood that. Like I said, month per month, we let them know, okay, in advance, okay, in another 3 weeks, the payment for this is due. You gotta let them know, because if you don't, okay, well, oh, last minute, so sorry, they cannot go. Oh, sorry, they can't go because they can't get the time off work in order to go to whatever the event is. Still, like I said, we went, we had an amazing time. It was good, but like I said, key thing is the bride was happy. Bride was beautiful. That's what mattered. So that was in the month of July. In August, that was their anniversary month. That August of 2022 made it 14 years that they've been courting. So I took it upon myself to have a here's the good parts. I took it upon myself to have a surprise engagement party for her, because it was going to be engagement, because at the time they wanted to do one, COVID had happened, so they couldn't really do what they wanted. So I said, okay, this will be engagement. I said this is going to be an anniversary as well. Also, because she graduated at the time of COVID as a BSN, I said, okay, well, I'm gonna make it like an all three things. So when everybody come up, we're celebrating all of them together. Mind you, like I said, she's never had any of these things. So it was my goal, and it was my goal to make sure that everything she could possibly have before she gets married, she's going to have that. Because like I said, she never had anything like that ever before. So as I said, okay, you know what, I made it a surprise event for her, so she didn't know what the event was at the time that I was getting everything ready for decorations and things of that nature. I decided to do it at a park. I know, for example, if you are in the South Florida area, CB Smith Park is pretty popular. Tubac Park is pretty popular. These are like more of the Broward County areas where we are anyway. Um, at this particular event, I chose Tubac Park. For me, I'm just more of a Tubac Park kind of girl. CB Smith Park is okay, but still, but that's besides the point. Especially if you don't live in South Florida, you don't even know what the heck I'm even talking about. Anyway, so I say, okay, you know what? Hey girl, give me your list of people that you'd like to invite to this event. This is an event for you. So any coworkers, any friends, any old friends, any neighbors, church people, whoever, give me the list and I'll give them a call. I'm gonna invite them personally on behalf of you. Okay, cool. Give me a list of about 45, 50 people. Cool. And I'm more than sure to let the groom know, okay, hey, if you have anybody want to invite, go ahead and invite them. Of course, I have a few people that I want to invite myself because, like I said, I want to make it nice. I want to make it big. I want to make it full because she's never had a surprise party. So, like I said, that would have been checked off the list. Never had engagement. That would be checked off the list. Never had anything for anniversary, like an event for anniversary. That would have been checked off of the list. So, I am up doing crafts, as you guys see in previous videos that I do have. I'm up doing crafts 3, 4, 5 o'clock, sometimes 6 o'clock in the morning, doing centerpieces, crafts, building this, folding that, like basically planning because like I said, it's just a surprise. I can't let her know what it is. I want it to be nice. I reach out to a few bridesmaids. Hey, I need help for this. I need help for that. And out of the 7, well, so excluding myself. So out of the 6, 1 says, okay, yes, you can help me. Out of the 6, 1 says, yes, you can help me. Oh, the other people, oh no, they have a kid, such is sick. They have homework to do. Blase, blase. They have a job. Guess what? I have a job too. But guess what? You make time for what you want to make time for, and that's just pretty much it. So that's how that goes. Fast forward now. I make sure I get a nice big shelter or pavilion, whatever you guys want to call it. Nice big shelter, nice big space. Make sure that there's plenty of parking. The day was a nice cool day. It was a Saturday, so I figured, okay, well, at this time here, it's the everyday weekend. People are off. People will come out and enjoy the event. So lo and behold, fast forward to the time, we didn't start too late because still, I feel like whenever you're having an event, you try to be mindful of the people that are there. So I don't sit there and wait for late people because I feel like if you sit down and wait for late people, it's like, what about the people that are there? Respect their time as well. So you start maybe like about 30 minutes later because still it's a park, so you have to be out by a certain time. So as the event goes and goes and goes, I noticed that, like I said, many people are RSVPing, and come the day of, some people are saying yes, some people are canceling on me last minute. Mind you, we already ordered the food, already ordered the cake, already got the shelter. What must can we really change if we've already done everything else that we could possibly do? So we go from 85 to 120 people to guess you guys how many. Let's pause. So the bride to be, she gets it to the event space, and so the groom's like, okay, here, she's ready, come on, let's rock and roll. Like I said, we're waiting, and now we're going on 20 to 30 minutes now. Nobody's here. Fine, we'll just go with whoever we have. She comes out and she's surprised, and like I said, instead of her being surprised to at least 80 people, she's surprised to, I want to say, possibly 30 people. So how do you go from 120 to 100, 120 people based upon who they bring to literally 30 people at the event? When I tell you, to this day, I'm still so upset that people, canceled on me last minute, because now you look like a fool. You don't know how to plan, and you seem like you're a liar. That's what it seems like. But still, you cannot control actions of other people. This event here, groom, the mother of the groom acting a fool, just for example, obviously if we have food for at least 100 people, there's only 30 people there, of course there's going to be excess food. What I didn't like was the fact that even some of the bridesmaids were not there, and they knew that we had a surprise event that day. Why are they not there? Only God knows the real reason why they were not there. Anyway, so mother of the groom, she's taking food, and we feel like the people who she's taking the food to, they were off that day. They know about the event. Why were they not there? So they're home relaxing, and we're out here, doing our best to play games and have a good time and keep the bride happy. But you're catering to them by taking food to go bring to them. I don't feel that that's fair because they wanted food. Why are they not here? Was my question, you know? She gets upset, throws the food down, and she leaves. Guess what? I don't care because I don't feel like that's fair. If they wanted food, then they need to be here at the event. Why were they not there? That was the month of, yeah, that was the month, yeah, late August, early September. Mind you, bride to be, she's a Virgo, birthday September 1st. We had a boat ride, like a yacht party for her. Nice event. The maximum guest count was 13 people. Once again, pulling teeth again. Having people trying to come out, having bridesmaids trying to come out, and the money, this, that, whatever, and of course, telling them, you know, deadlines, and they can't meet the deadlines to pay. So we just fill in with other people until we get people to pay for the events. At least for the boat ride, that was more birthday because, you know, by the grace of God, she turned 30 years old that day. So the very next day, that Friday, we had the yacht party for her. And I feel like it's so funny that you would think that it would be more the bridesmaids supporting the bride. But when we had certain events, it was actually some of the groomsmen that was there for the bride and not the bridesmaids, you know. But then again, still, like I said, this video here is just to let you guys know my experience. Boat ride was cool. Like I said, it was nice. Everybody had a good time. It was fine. So that's that. So that September, later on that month, we had a bachelorette party for her. We had like a bachelorette weekend for her. We kept it local, somewhere in South Florida. A beautiful, beautiful home, nice pool. Come on, let's do this. Even our Airbnb was canceled. We had to get another one. I think something happened with like a pipe burst in the house or something like that. So we had to get a new Airbnb. Whatever it is, what it is, we can't control that. And so, as you guys see in the previous video, so I'm not going to talk too much about that one. Once again, a lot of bridesmaids missing, giving excuses. But they don't have the power of social media. Because when we're over there in the home, doing this event, doing that event, having a pool party, whatever, they're over there at some hookah lounge doing you know, having fun. But you told us that you didn't have time for us because you had to study. Okay, so you're studying at a hookah lounge? Okay, cool. I mean, like I said, I'm just telling you guys my experience. So don't think, oh my gosh, everybody's gonna be excited, everybody's gonna participate, everybody's gonna pay or pay on time. No, they're not. So that was that. So that was September. In October, it was the wedding shower in the month of October. And so the theme was Beauty and the Beast because that's the bride to be's favorite, or what the time bride to be, that's her favorite Disney character. I have videos on, you know, what it looked like and everything like that, like how I did the broom, how I did the centerpieces, all of that jazz to make it this touches and hints of Beauty and the Beast. Once again, ask for bridesmaids help. Please send help with such and such. Help, even if it's help pack in the car, whatever. Not available, has to work, has no money, blah blah. Everything was the same excuse again. Have the money, has to work, blah blah. Cool. And for those of you who do not know what a wedding shower is, basically the same thing as a baby shower. When you shower mother and baby with gifts, the same thing. You just shower the couple with gift stuff for the house, anything that they need for indoor, outdoor stuff from kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, whatever it is, you name it. Kitchen towels, it's like sheet sets, clocks, lamps, whatever, Tupperware, whatever, plate sets, blenders, whatever it is you want to give them, iRobots, whatever. That's what the wedding shower is for. If you'd like to give cash and put it in a card, you can do that too, because most wedding showers, they have like little card boxes you can just slide it in, give them gift cards, give them cash, whatever you want, and it will be ensured that they will get those cards at the end of the night. And so here it is. So like I said, mother of the bride, she doesn't even speak much English, and she gave me literally almost no problem. Mother of the groom, though, here we go. I already have 1,001 things to do because, as you can see, every event I only had one bridesmaid out of the 6, because like I said, including myself. So out of the 6 helping me, when it came to her, no excuses, no this, no that, whatever it is, she was just there. Didn't complain, never complained, was there on time, always there. And but anyway, back to the wedding shower. Like I said, I had like what I was saying was I had little advice cards that I put on the table. You know, for example, people who have been married 10, 15, 20, 25 years. Of course, we want to hear your advice on what makes your relationship work, what makes your relationship, what makes your marriage strong. Of course, as a new couple, what couple would not want to hear something like that? You don't have to take heed to it, but it's, it's just sometimes it's just good to kind of hear what works for some people and what doesn't work for some people. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, the night is winding down. Let me go ahead and pick up the little cards. That way the couple can get it. They can look at it whenever they want to. They could just see if they want to. If not, whatever. But at least the information is there for them. So I go to the table where the mother of the groom is sitting, and she's like, no, we didn't do anything. No, go away. And I'm just like a very like a nonchalant, get out of my face kind of thing. But you have to understand that people, may not be happy for the couple at times. Sometimes they can also be jealous. Sometimes they just what do they call it? Like not nonchalant. It's like they're like bipolar. I want to say that. Why? Because even when the mother of the groom was like, oh, if I needed her help, and I was like, no, everything was fine, because at the time everything was fine because I got used to doing everything on my own anyway. And so the day of the wedding shower, she's like, okay, well, she wants to know what time is she supposed to be there to help. And the thing is, like I said, because of her attitude, I don't want her anywhere near me, because I know she's gonna be super distracting and not doing things the way that they're supposed to be. Because if that was the case, you would have called and said, okay, hey, how do you want things done beforehand, not the day of. Anyway, to fast forward, this is what got me so upset. She calls me, not her son, not her daughter, not her daughter to be, not her soon to be daughter-in-law, to say, okay, hey, what time should she be there? She calls me because obviously she knows I'm the one doing everything. It's no surprise. Oh, but what time should she be there? I'm like, okay, well, you can be there at 6 p.m. And so she's like, okay, well, what about 4 o'clock? And I'm like, okay, no, because everything is good. Like we're fine. As per the bride told me that if you were to ask, the time for you to come is 6 p.m. And so she's like, oh, are you sure you need my help? And I'm like, okay, well, no. And I said, okay, no, we got. And then as I said, we got. She's like, I guess she's feeling offended because I'm telling her, no, we don't need her help. And so she gets upset, and she gets so upset that she hangs up the phone on me. Mind you, this is something that we're doing for her son. And because I'm telling you, no, just go ahead and come as a guest, because that's what she said that she'll do. Because remember I told you she was acting a fool at the picnic, the engagement thing. She was acting a fool, and she said every other event that we're gonna have, she's gonna come as a guest. So now we're treating her as such because that's what she wanted, and now she's getting upset and she hung up the phone on me. That's the reason why she was over there giving me attitude at the wedding shower. Yes, this is the mother of the groom acting like this. So anyway, for the most part, at the end of the month of October, that was the last event, because like I said, the wedding is in December. So on that note, like November, that's like my birthday month, so we went to Universal Studios, but that was just as something to do. I got her like some little ears and stuff like that she can wear with like the little veil on it, all that jazz. But like I said, that has nothing to do with the actual wedding part itself. On that note, before that, like I said, it was just a lot of disrespect going on. Like I said, I reached out in group chats, and no one would respond. So on that note, we had a group chat that was with the bride, so the bride can see who's responding. Once again, you send out things, tell them the date for this, tell them the date for that. They never respond. And so the bride said, okay, well, you know what, this is it. Whatever they want to do, just let them go ahead and just do it. When it comes to cost for hair, when it came for cost for makeup, you know what, they don't want to respond, leave them alone. So mother of the groom gets so upset. I don't know, I don't know. Maybe she just wants spotlight that wedding. I don't know. Anyway, mother of the groom, she calls and like a meeting with the bride, the groom, and then the family members who are also bridesmaids, to say, okay, hey, what's going on here? And so when that meeting starts, they're letting the bride have it. Oh my goodness, why is your maid of honor having so many events? Oh, Princess Diana didn't even have that many events. Why is she having so many events? Like why am I having so many events for the bride? Oh, she wasted money having a wedding shower, because of wedding shower it wasn't as many gifts as she thought. Just things like that. And so So the bride gets upset and she goes in and she erases the chat because she's like, okay, well, obviously you guys are not even responding. So why am I even keeping the chat open? Y'all not even responding. Could understand, because like I said, for me personally, I feel like that's really rude. How I send a message out to 6 people and zero response, like or maybe like one response, but hours later. It's like, come on now, really? Like, are you guys in this for real? Because when she asked you to be the bridesmaid, you could say, you know what, I'm sorry, but no, I can't do this right now. That's all that you had to say. But being that in the excitement and the hype, and come on, if you can't do it, just say, I'm sorry, but no, thank you. That's all that you have to say. Anyway, but anyway, after the bride let her have it to say, okay, hey, I thought you guys were for me and you guys were not, oh no, it's not really like this and blase blase. So I guess they tried to make amends with her before the big day. So now when she sends stuff, now they like rushing to respond back to her quickly. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Like I said, I was not there during that meeting, but I know that the bride let them have it. I can't tell you exactly what she said, but I know it was like, okay, hey, if you guys don't do this, you're out. Done. Period. And I can understand why, because I don't feel like it's fair that you guys are supposed to be the bridesmaids. I'm sorry, excuse me, that you guys are supposed to be the bridesmaids, and then you're not even responding to anything. Okay, so are you interested in this, or what's really going on here? You understand? Anyway, on that note, like I said, it was for me, it was a bittersweet experience, and not really for her. It was just more the people who I was working with. I felt like it was me against, well, I feel like it was me against 5, because it was like a lot of the times it was just me and one other bridesmaid at one point. Granted, a few months before the wedding, I want to say like maybe like September, one bridesmaid came in. So actually we had 8 bridesmaids, and that one there, I mean, supported, came down for everything. She was just there, and which is wonderful. So people will come in at a time when they need to come in. Cool, and that, like I said, and that's wonderful. Anyway, I will say this: time management is very important. Being a chief bridesmaid or a maid of honor, time management is very important. You got to remember why you accepted the offer as a maid of honor, and yes, and best believe, because a lot of people do not pay for things, you'll be still paying for a lot of things. So please be financially prepared to be a maid of honor. You have to. A lot of times put your emotions aside, because she will come at you, saying things like that are like so, like off the wall or crazy. But we gotta understand, because she's stressed out. So if anything, just be that listener. Just hear her. Just hear her vent out. It's fine. It's cool. That's what maid of honor or chief bridesmaids are for. Just listen to her. Just listen. I know that's a lot, and she'd be calling like 10 times a day. But guess what? Just listen. If it's about the flowers, the food, the cake, the tables, the chairs, the forks, whatever, just listen. Just listen. And like I said, I remember plenty of nights where I was going to bed 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, sometimes 6 o'clock in the morning, doing brooms and doing this and doing that and doing centerpieces by myself, because I'm like, okay, hey, let's save money and let's just be crafty. And if you've seen other videos that I've done, you still see, like all the work that I've done. And like I said, I wouldn't change it for the world, because I know that she, from who I know that she is the most deserving bride, and I know that she was very understanding, and that she was very warm, and she was very thankful for what I've done for her. Although granted, she won't. I don't. From what I see now, I don't think that she. But people say that she won't, or no one will ever really understand what I did for her, what I ever endured for her, because like I said, I remember times where I spent so much money. I'm talking about from not even decorations per se, but I think just the cost of events. Like for example, that tea party. I think her tea party was like $600-700. I know the boat ride for her the yacht party for her birthday. I want to say it was like $1,500. But that's the thing, and that's another thing. Because things cost so much, you have to tell the participants lower prices, because if you tell them the lower price, they're not gonna want to pay. So as a maid of honor, yes, there's gonna be a couple of things that you're gonna have to come out of pocket for. So be financially prepared to do so, and to pay accordingly. And when you pay, don't. And that's the thing. If you're solid and you're down for that person, what the price is, this is what the bride to be would want, you're gonna just pay. You're not even gonna think twice about it. Because I still remember days where I was like, you know what? Am I gonna have groceries for the week, or am I gonna pay for whatever the bride needs? But that's the thing. If you make enough money, then that's not your concern. But if you are a maid of honor or a chief bridesmaid on a budget, then something like that would definitely be your concern if you don't make a lot of money currently at the time that you are serving her as a maid of honor. On that note, I do want to say that, like I said, I wouldn't change it for the world. Like I said, I definitely would like to change. I definitely would love to change the bridesmaids at the time because they were not helpful at all. Like I said, besides one, and then the second one that came later. But I do want to say it's going to take a lot of sacrificing. So if you let's say, for example, you make a lot of money where you can just pay somebody to do that, then that's fantastic. But if you don't, then like I said, financially, just be prepared. But if you have that down girl that's gonna you know that this is your solid, this is your day one, you're not gonna worry about the pay, the cost of this, the cost of that, because eventually you do get the money back with proper saving. You do get the money back, which is good. And still, I remember like I said, there was times where I had $40, $42, $45 in my savings account, but I was like, you know what? Because I know that this is something that she deserves because she's fought so hard and she's worked so hard as a person. Like, you've seen her go to heck and back. It's only by God's grace. How did I do it? Only by God's grace. Because other than that, besides God's grace and YouTube and stuff on Pinterest that I saw that can help me, only by God's grace. Because if not, I probably like, you know what, girl, you know what? They're not doing nothing fine. I'm gonna sit here. I'm not gonna do nothing either. How about that? But I pushed through. And this is just words of encouragement for those of you who, you're like, oh my God, why is it so hard? Why are you not getting any help? Believe me, you're not by yourself, because I did all of these events. Like, if you go on my social media, I did all of these events, mostly, just about all of them, by myself, design them by myself. So if I can do it by myself, if you have that one bridesmaid or that second bridesmaid that's there to help you, do that. Utilize them. Manage your time well. Communicate effectively. You're going to need to, because the bride chose you to be her bridesmaid the bride chose you to be her maid of honor for a reason. So be encouraged. The wedding day is it'll come as fast as you think it's coming. Believe me, it'll come quickly. It'll all be over soon. It's not for the weak. It's not for the weak. I'll tell you that. It's not for the weak. But I'm here to encourage you once again. You can do this. Maid of honor power, and I wish you the best. And I'm more than sure whatever you do, the bride will be very happy and really thankful for what you've done for her. And then on that note, thank you guys for watching all the way to the end. I know at times I get a little bit excited and I talk a mile a minute, but it's only because of the fact that when you really care for that person, even when she did her engagement photos, I mean, breathtaking. But you gotta be that one, feet burning, you're sweating, you're hot, you're thirsty, but all the stuff is out of the window because you gotta make sure that the bride is getting her day. She's getting her spotlight. Because even the day of the wedding, beautiful. My feet hurting, I'm sweating, I'm hot, I'm thirsty, but all that out of the window because this is her day. And she chose you to be that one because she just knew it. It was just something that's in her, So be there for her. Be real, be authentic. And for those of you who are cheif bridesmaids or maids of honors and you're single, just believe in your heart that if you stand in agreement with her wholeheartedly, inspired in truth, just know that in due time it'll be your turn. Where now she could be your maid of honor. She could be your cheif bridesmaid. So definitely just keep that in mind. On that note, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. That was good, okay? Mm-hmm. That was harsh. Look at Tabby. Kind of paying attention, but... Thank you. Close your eyes. You can come out, baby. We're not taking any pictures. Funny that Mark has to tippy toe. There's the short stuff. I really think it was gonna grow. No, because I'm like at 15, you're thinking, okay, maybe 2 more inches. Okay. Here's okay. Yeah, she's not here yet. Okay. Thank you. If you're nervous, you're gonna sweat and you're gonna miss it. You know, yeah. It's just gonna say like, can somebody hold these?
I think you told me that. Really? Y'all been together since 15.
Oh, we got it. Wait.